Reserving the right to object.
Senator from Illinois.
Mr. President, let me say at the outset, I support this bill, the bill that's been offered by Senator Cornyn and Senator Blumenthal. It's a bipartisan measure that passed the Senate Judiciary Committee. I not only voted for it, I co-sponsored. And I believe it should pass and should become the law of the land. It will be helpful in reducing the cost of pharmaceuticals. I'm offering a modification to the bill. I believe this modification is one that should be passed by the Senate as well. In fact, it did pass the Senate last year by a voice vote. Not a single senator objected when it passed the Senate last year. And we know, I've been told by my colleagues, they support the concept, but they're not alone. The bill I am offering is also supported by the American Medical Association, the American Hospital Association, 88% of the American people, Republicans and Democrats, President Trump, his health secretary, Dr. Azar, the AARP, and a long list. What could I possibly propose that would have all those people supporting it? Simple. When the drug companies decide to run an ad on television, and you see a lot of them, don't you? The average American sees 9 every day. All we ask that included in that ad, they disclose the cost of the drug. How did I pick this as the cost of the drug? I didn't pick it. It was chosen by the pharmaceutical companies. It's the list price of the drug. Now, they can go on to say you may not pay that full amount. Your insurance may cover some. They're welcome to do that. But I believe that the American people should know what the drugs cost. The most heavily advertised drug on television today, Humira. Humira, of course, is used for forms of arthritis and psoriasis, but very few Americans know, as they watch people sitting by the swimming pool with their clear skin, that Humira costs $5,500 a month. The reason I want to disclose this is I think the consumers have the right to know. Someone is going to pay that amount. Your insurance company, someone's going to pay that amount. And when Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois says the #1 driver in health insurance premiums are high prescription drug prices, I think people ought to know. It isn't just a matter of being in a bathing suit without a red patch on your elbow. It's $5,500 a month. President Trump believes that that disclosure should be made. His Secretary of Health and Human Services believes it. The American Medical Association, Hospital Association, all of the people that I mentioned, as well as almost 90% of Democrats and Republicans. Now, who opposes this? Who would oppose disclosing the price of the drug? I'll bet you're guessing the pharmaceutical industry, and you're right. They are looking for one senator who will object to what I'm offering. That's what they need. They just need one senator to say no. And frankly, I'm afraid we're going to face that just this afternoon, in the early afternoon. The bottom line is this. If you believe consumers in America have a right to know the cost of the drug, if you believe that the pharmaceutical companies have a responsibility to disclose it, if you believe that high prescription drug prices are unfair and costing a lot more in our healthcare system than they should, then support this basic measure that passed the Senate last year without one negative voice. None whatsoever. So, having reserved the right to object, I ask that the senator modify his request so that in addition to the pending request, the Finance Committee be discharged from further consideration of S. 1437 and the Senate proceed to its immediate consideration, that the Durbin-Grassley amendment at the desk be agreed to, the bill as amended be considered read a third time and passed, the Durbin-Grassley amendment to the title be agreed to, and the motions to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table with no intervening action or debate.